Hey everybody, today I'm going to go over AXNET. It is an exchange. I've been looking at a lot of exchanges recently. I think that they're going to play a very pivotal role in the coming months with the impending bull market that I think is coming. When we get this reversal and things start getting better and a lot more people come in, I think ease of use and choices are going to be very important for people that are coming into the crypto industry, especially with fiat on ramps and fiat pairings. Um, so I've been looking at a lot of exchanges. Now, the really cool thing about AXNET is that it is not like other exchanges. It is a decentralized exchange and a centralized exchange. It's two different exchanges in one. Um, what that lets you switch in between with a flip of a switch. So that's really, really cool. Before I get started on everything, I just wanted to say thanks for everyone that's liking the videos and subscribing. The channel's going amazing, awesome. Really appreciate it. Really humbled by it. Got going on 2,500 subscribers. That's great. If you take a second, if this is your first video, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. I do work full time, but I'm trying to get out a video or two every week. I try to go over stuff that not a lot of people are going over, that I think has value or that looks cool. Do the research and kind of go over it. It's not financial advice, not your financial advisor. Always do your own research and look into everything on your own. But I'll go over everything and tell you what I've researched and found on it and my opinion on it. Getting into AXNET, the ICO just concluded. This is a little bit of what the exchange will look like. You can also switch from light to dark. They've got Ethereum, USD, Bitcoin. They're going to have some others from the white paper I went over. But this is the centralized exchange, the CEX, and all you do is switch it, and you're on a decentralized exchange. Decentralized exchanges, when it comes to the difference, they're kind of like a peer-to-peer. There's the trading goes from one wallet to another, not going through an exchange. So your currency is not held on an exchange, so it's more secure. But they're usually a little bit harder to use, and not as many bells and whistles. But there's a lot of upside to it. So that's like I said, it's super easy to use. And then you can click here; it just gives you there's a lot more coins. Their proprietary engine uses both centralized and decentralized interfaces, give you high throughput user experience in either trading environment. Charts, they got all the bells and whistles. The AXNET wallet hosts a traditional assets exchange with rechargeable addresses and allows the users to utilize their own wallets and decentralized interface, enabling peer-to-peer transactions, which is kind of like what I just said. They are developing an app which comes out soon before the launch of the main trading pairs in December. I think it comes out in October, and it's going to be on iOS and Android, which is cool. Just a quick little thing there. I'm going to go through the white paper before I go over the white paper. Their white paper was just released about a month ago, and there are a lot of mistakes on it. So if you go and research the white paper and go through it, there's a lot of grammatical errors. There's nothing on here that looks shady to me or suspicious. It's just a lot of, I think in the translation, they're all from Russia, so I think the translation was kind of hurried through to get it out in time for the ICO. I did reach out to the team on it and told them that I thought it was there was a lot of grammatical errors. And they were, helping with me. The admins talked to me, and they're bringing it to the team, so they're aware of it. They're going to work on it. So AXNET, it's a licensed cryptocurrency fiat exchange wallet. They are complying with all regulations and all that stuff. Um, the token, it's an ERC20 token. It's going to work like most other exchange tokens. However, they are going to offer a bigger discount. I mean, it was pretty much exchange tokens, which I always make the joke that exchange tokens are they're like Star Wars movies. Doesn't really matter much about them. Whatever you put out there, they're going to usually do well, um, because they're when it comes to exchange tokens, are one of the few cryptocurrency that actually has a use case and is being used, um, which is to get a reduced rate in fees on the exchange. Now, most exchange tokens usually would give you about a 50% discount. I've noticed that seems to be getting thinner and thinner, but they are going to give a 50% discount with their native token. There's a billion on issuance, which is a lot, but they're going to have a buyback program, and then destroy that. I think it's like 20. They're going to see 20% of the profits every year, buy back tokens, and then burn them, and then get down to a constant 50 million tokens after the buyback and disposal. Which that's will of course lower the supply, but over the next few years, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to make money and that everything's going to go up, but by constantly reducing the supply on an ongoing schedule, that should increase the value of the token over that period of time. Um, just talks about the currency, a lot of the statistics and what it's went up, and different problems with exchanges. This just goes over some of the current problems, security, hacks. Um, they're going to use a multi-layered security. Um, going to have higher liquidity, more trading pairs. They're going to accept pounds, dollars, and euros, as well as here we go, European euros, British pounds, and U.S. dollars, with more fiat bases coming in the future. So they are focused. That's one thing I liked about it. They're focused on getting more fiat pairs in, which I think will help promote getting more people into the space. As like we did back in the end of 2017 when everybody was talking about crypto and everybody was getting in. It needs to be an easier way for people to get in. Centralized and decentralized, like I said, you can switch with a flip of the switch. They are going to focus on security and compliance. A little bit on their technical stuff. It just they're talking about delays where it's fine for your Facebook, but it's not cool for your exchange, which is really really cool. Especially with a lot of exchanges that are coming out. And most all the ones I've used have been really really slow. One took them like 3 or 4 days to deposit my Ethereum after I sent it, and it took them like 2 days to answer my emails on the problem. Um, they are going to focus on customer service, which is another thing. Um, Decentralization, multi-layer encryption. They're going to use I think it's bank level encryption for everything, so that's a pretty high standard. Platform supports Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Litecoin, and AXNET token. So there's going to be all the base pairs, which is, like I said, there's a lot. Customer service, providing 24/7 customer service. Really like when they talk about that and just bring it up and focus on it. That it's going to be a big focus for them. Centralized exchange, a lot of trading pairs, a lot of bells and whistles. Decentralized Ethereum network, hybrid mechanism, off-chain settlements, for the custodianship and high-speed exchange platform. Basically, so with the peer-to-peer, it's built on EOS, which is all the rage. It's supposed to be super cool. Mainnet's launch is strong beliefs of the future. EOS token. So it should be fast, really low. Basically, there's no fees except for getting onto the EOS mainnet. You'll be able to trade major cryptocurrencies, but also give you a full fiat service bank wires and so on. So it's like I said, just making it easier for on-ramp trade mining. The AXNET Labs is pretty cool. It's going to be, I think this will be a really big deal. They're going to host ICO Incubator, which it'll be built into the exchange platform, which will allow partnerships with ICOs to go through the exchange, and that they'll handle regulatory compliance for them. They'll basically do a lot of the that side of it, and then after that, they're going to get a priority listing on the network. I think that's going to be a really attractive offer for a lot of ICOs. So that's one of the being an advisor on some ICOs. That's a big part of it after the ICO. When you're done, is trying to get onto exchange and looking at it and looking at the fees and all that. So to have all those things taken care of, the regulatory stuff and all the other, to know that's taken care of, it's a huge deal. I think that's really, really attractive. They're focusing on low fees, whether it's for withdrawal fees or trading fees. They want to be one of the lowest, 0.1%, one of the lowest in the industry. They are going to charge, this is just how they're going to make their income, margin fees. They are going to offer margin trading, a small fee of interest, obviously. They'll be charged for any money borrowed from the platform. They have a margin account, of course. So it's just another income. And then their expenses. The AXNET bonus is an expense when they pay out bonuses to token holders. An invitation bonus is they're really, really transparent. Most projects don't really go over all this stuff. They're laying out pretty much every fee. Invitation bonus is just like a referral bonus that they're going to pay out. Obviously, everyone has that, but they're putting it in there. Like the R&D, research and development technology to upscale token issuance details. The AXNET token is official token asset of the exchange. It's a centralized and decentralized cryptocurrency trading platform. Pretty much went over all this. 1 billion tokens, and then it's going to go down to 500. The AXNET tokens, 50% of the total trading fees, like I said, will be taken off when you hold them. You get rewarded with daily bonuses, trading fees discount. It's a little bit redundant. You get voting, membership discounts. Those are offers if you have a substantial amount, whatever it is. They'll probably set it later on. They're also looking at system gas, trade mining, the distribution plan. They'll issue 10% of the tokens created for public ICO, which they have done. Second phase will be 20% of tokens issued, which is 10% goes to the founders in the company. And this is pretty cool, with lockup periods and 10% of AXNET for operations. Final phase 70% will begin being distributed over trade mining. The lockup period, 10% to the AXNET issued by founders to 100 million tokens, which will be a 4-year lockup. Now they do get to spend 25% of it, and then the rest held for 4 years. So they don't have the ability to dump a lot right away. Then they have angel investors, which are separate, and they're locked up for 2 years. So it's not even a 6-month or a 12-month period. It's 2 years, which is, I do like to see that. And they can only sell 50% of their token. The buyback mechanism, I briefly touched on that. They're going to take 20% of their net profits, buy back the tokens, and destroy them every quarter until they get down to the $500 million. $500 million. Token distribution, August 1st, they already did that. William token reserved for the for the founders and for the 1% to the monthly budget allowance. And then in October, they're going to trade mining of the 700 million. Token value, listing fees, withdrawal fees. It's went over that. Now the fund allocation is so simple. There's literally just 3 parts. Marketing. It is not 7% or 9% or 12 or oh my gosh 15. 50% of the funds realized during the ICO will be used for marketing and promotion to create awareness about the AXNET blockchain. That is the biggest I've ever seen, and I will probably ever see. Which I want a big marketing budget because that's what's gonna push this to be adopted and get the buzz out. But to me, that was just insane and huge. But it does come back. Reserve 15% will be kept in reserve to cope with any emergency and unforeseen circumstances that might require unplanned spending, and then 35% for development of the platform. But and rewards, development plan, timeline. Where are we at here? Acquired licenses for cryptocurrency, fiat, and wallet license already done in Estonia. The white paper is released. Like I said, it just got released like last month. ICO concludes in September, and the trade platform launches global marketing. And then October, they're releasing the apps. And then December, 5,000 Bitcoin volume in major trading pairs. And then January is when they release the fiat pairs. So something's coming every couple months. Looks like they have a good roadmap. And then January 2020, they want to be one of the top 10 exchanges worldwide. Now, to be honest, like I said, I've looked at a lot of exchanges the past 2 weeks, and literally over half of them say this, that's their goal. Usually it's not 2020. It's usually like 2023 or 4. But obviously, a lot of them, most of them will not do that. The only way they're going to do that is to have something different. And I think this does, being that it has the a decentralized and centralized exchange. You can get the best of both worlds. You can have all the bells and whistles. You can have the extra security and the anonymity of a decentralized exchange, and the ease of use, as well as the fiat pairing and just the high pairings overall. So I don't see where you're giving up anything. Usually if you want to use a decentralized exchange or you want to use, so there's always there's some give and take where you're having to give something up to get some feature that you want. And I don't really see where you're having to give up anything here. Now, remember I said that 50% marketing is going to come back here. This is the team. Pretty okay sized team. I went over everybody. Everyone is really good. There's nothing I could say that is really bad about the team individually, except that this team is super, super heavy on tech. It's not like a really broad team. And honestly, usually these top guys up here, most ICOs, not very technical. They're usually all business or marketers. Literally every single person is blockchain, smart contracts, blockchain developer, blockchain. Or, which is important and probably one of the reasons why they're having their mobile app released quick and on both platforms. Major strength is iOS and Android blockchain development. So, and then there's another design great UI and UX for mobile. So they have a couple really good mobile developers, and everyone's tech heavy. But there's not like people who are just good marketers or just good, you know what I mean? I look at their LinkedIn's, and there's really nothing that sets them that they, there's really nothing that shows their why they would be involved in a blockchain company or in a crypto market. They're just good businessmen or good marketers. And pretty much everyone here has this huge, strong tech background, but not a huge marketing background. So I think that's one of the reasons why they have this massive marketing budget, because they're going to utilize experts in the field of marketing to get the word out there. So that's smart. They're using that budget so that they can focus on their product and on the tech. I do like that idea. I think it's a good idea. Um, that's pretty much it for AXNET. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comments. In fact, I'd like to ask for you to just leave some comments in the comment section. If you like the video, if you hate the video, tell me what you think about it. Usually not a lot of comments. I really do like it in the comments and revisiting the video. So tell me what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.